All right, guys, so as you see there, that is Biden caught on hot mic calling a reporter's questions about what he said in regards to Russia stupid, right? Biden gets asked about something that he said, which is that, hey, if Putin does a minor incursion in, Ukraine, we're not really going to do anything about it, right? And the reporter follows up with a question of, why are you letting Putin make the first move? And Biden laughs, calls it a stupid question under his breath. But apparently, Biden has built a habit of this, right? He's built a habit of calling reporters' questions stupid that he don't like, right? Even if they're asking him about things that he said. And Biden has really ratcheted up the under his breath comments as he got caught on hot mic today calling Peter Doocy, the Fox News reporter, a stupid son of a biscuit eater after being asked about inflation. Take a look.
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch. What a stupid son of a bitch. What a stupid son of a bitch.
All right, so you seen that, you heard that. Okay, that Biden flat out called a man a stupid SOB for asking what, in my opinion, is a fair question about inflation. Okay, considering the historically high price increases that we've seen, I don't think that's a stupid question. But I think that Biden really was mad at Peter Doocy for asking him tough questions that the American people care about, because like he's told us time and time again, he doesn't like taking tough questions, right? And if he calls on people and takes tough questions that he's not supposed to answer, he's going to get in trouble from his handlers, right? So Peter Doocy, who apparently did not actually hear Biden call him this, responded to Biden calling him this after he was told about it later on Fox News. Take a look.
I think we have young Mr. Doocy with us right now. You heard Dana's comments and everyone's comments, Peter. Have you been called by the White House or the president and asked to come to the Oval Office tomorrow for an interview?
No. And I don't think that that's coming either. But what's crazy about this is in the longer version of the clip, there was a group of reporters that were all gathered. We listened to him explain the Competition Council, which is the reason that he's having this meeting with most of the cabinet. And somebody shouted out a question about Russia, and the president said, I'm not going to take questions right now about anything off topic. So I shouted out something that's not on my 2 pages of questions about crime. Okay, what about inflation? Do you think inflation is a political liability in the midterms? And then he said that, and I couldn't even hear him because people were shouting at us to get out. But somebody came up to me in the briefing room a few minutes later and said, did you hear what the president said? And I said, no, what? They said, he called you a stupid SOB. And I said, did he say SOB? And the person said, no.
He did the elongated version.
Prime time?
Yep.
So, Doocy, I think the president's right. You are a stupid SOB.
Yeah, nobody has fact-checked him yet and said it's not true.
No one's given Pinocchios for that one.
All right, so I'm glad that Peter Doocy actually took that in stride, right? I'm glad that he was able to laugh it off and to say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Maybe I am a stupid SOB, right? Maybe I am, okay? That is how you take criticism, right? That is a sign of maturity, okay? It's a sign of maturity. I like Peter Doocy. Peter Doocy is the man, right? He really is. But as much as that says about Peter Doocy in regards to his ability to handle, that silly remark from Biden, but what that remark says about Biden is not necessarily positive, okay? It's actually very, very, very negative, okay? It shows us that this man doesn't really have the temperament to be the president of the United States, right? The same thing they said about Trump, right? Because when Trump would say mean things, right? Or he would make mean tweets. The liberal media freaked out. They said, is this man professional enough? Does he have the temperament to be president of the United States saying things like that? Now, lo and behold, you got Biden calling people SOBs, reporters, journalists, SOBs, simply for asking real questions about things that are hurting Americans, I guarantee you liberal media is going to be silent. There's going to be crickets. There won't be any long think pieces about how Biden's dividing the country by calling reporters SOBs, right? There won't be any think pieces about that, right? There won't be any long segments that they're going to talk about for a whole week about, again, Biden using profanity. But a parent says, let's go Brandon to Joe Biden the day before Christmas, and the liberal media is boo-hoo. Oh my God, they said let's go Brandon to Biden. They're so wrong. They hurt Biden's feelings. That's not how you talk to a president. Oh my God, people on the right are so unhinged. They're not classy. Blah, blah, blah. Again, the right comes up with a phrase, let's go Brandon, which stands for F Joe Biden, okay? That is not vulgar, right? Not vulgar. Liberal media gets triggered by that, right? But I guarantee you, Biden calling somebody an SOB, okay, which in my opinion is worse than saying F you, to be quite honest with you. I guarantee you there's going to be crickets, right? There's going to be crickets. They're not going to be talking about that for a week. Again, they talk about let's go Brandon for a week. They're not going to talk about this for a week. Again, guys, this is the person that the mainstream liberal media tried to say was supposed to unify this country, right? Trump is the reason why everybody's divided. It's 1 year into Biden, and I think we're even more divided, okay? Because Biden is out here comparing people to being Confederates, right? He's comparing people to segregationists, calling people SOBs. He's doing all types of crazy stuff that I wouldn't necessarily define as unifying, right? But again, the mainstream liberal media, if you listen to them, you know, people were divided in this country simply because of Trump. Trump was the reason. Okay? Biden gets in office, none of that has got better. Right? Kind of similar how the pandemic hasn't gotten better under Biden either. It's almost like the mainstream liberal media was just making all this stuff up about how everything is Trump's fault. Right? It's almost like they was making it up. But like I said, I guarantee you, if Trump would have said something like this, you never heard the end of it. You never heard the end of it. Okay? Biden, on the other hand, he's going to get a pass because, you know, he's frustrated. He's stressed out. You know, he's, you know, dealing with a whole lot right now because, you know, Putin got him shaking in his pants, right? About what's going on in Ukraine, right? When it is obvious that Biden is losing it. He is cracking under pressure. He can't take the heat of being president of the United States because his administration and the country is falling apart under his leadership. And you can see the man cracking every single day. He's falling apart. I don't know if he can make it in 2024. I really don't. I really don't. Shout out to my guy Doocy, okay, for taking it in stride, for not getting mad, for understanding, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, Biden, as the days go on, he's really revealing himself for what we all know he actually is, which is, you know, an angry old Democrat. That's what he is. That's what he is. He's a senile fool, right? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.